So seatbelt signs is now on, landing lights on as well. We have just crossed 10,000 feet, and we will soon start our downwind turn. There we go. Now on downwind, and we should expect to land in 10 minutes. So AEROSOFT airports are not the most optimized airports, so I think we'll be around 35 FPS, which is still decent, but we can get much better FPS with other developers, but sometimes you just gotta do with what you have, and for now it's the AEROSOFT Malpensa that I own. So let's take a look at the chart at Inler. We should be at 4,000 feet, 119 knots. Let's make sure this restriction is well in. And it is perfect. It is in. And they already added +5, so 141 is already in for the VREF. Everything is looking dandy. As we can see, we are on downwind and 4,000 at Inler. You can see the Alps in the background. The beautiful, beautiful haze produced by ENVSHADE and ENVTEX. So I will go to level change now and descend to 3,000 manually. I would like the descent to be a bit expedited, so I don't have to do the entire downwind. So let's add a tiny bit of speed brakes, like so, and keep 230 knots so we can have a good rate of descent. So again, ideally 4,000 at Inler. So let's try to commence the right turn at Mike Charlie 420. And while we turn, we will take the speed down to 200 knots with 1 degree of flaps. Okay, let's start the turn in towards Milano. Spoilers are retracted. 4,000 feet coming up. Keep it there for now, because we want to cross Inler at 4,000. Let's bring the speed down now to 200 knots. VOR lock can be armed. I'm going to ask for 1 degree of flaps. Start our turn. Well, the VOR lock has intercepted it, so that's fine. It's perfect. Let's ask for 180 knots and 2 degrees of flaps. So we're quite low at the moment. That's fine. I'm vectoring myself, so I'm not worried at all. And there doesn't seem to be any traffic on our path. So we'll let the aircraft do its thing. Just want to take everything easy today, so a very long final, relaxed final. That's perfect with me. Beautiful scenery. Let's arm the speed brakes. Runway turn-off lights can come on. The engine ignition to continuous. We are slowly getting in line with the runway. So we'll maintain the speed for now and reduce it once we start our descent with 5 degrees of flaps. And we'll start the descent once we're carried by the Papi. So we've crossed Inler, Tode Coup, we should be at 3000 and then start our descent 7.2 nautical miles from the runway. From the VOR, actually. We can now arm the approach mode and the 2 APs in case of a failure. I'm going to ask for 165 and 5 degrees of flaps. Looking beautiful. We are around 35 to 40 FPS on approach, which is fine. And here we go, we have intercepted the glide slope. I'll ask for 10 degrees of flaps. And gear down. Now 15 degrees. And autopilot can be disconnected. We'll leave auto throttle for now. I'll ask for 155 knots. And 25 degrees of flaps. So I still want to get FS2 crew for the NGX. That would be quite nice. And as well as at the
2500
checked. As well as not Precipit FX, but Immersion from Old Prop. These are still add-ons I'd like to get. Okay, final approach, speed 141, 30 degrees of flaps. Auto throttle disconnected. Fully manual. We're established and following the glide slope as well as the lateral indicator. Want to keep around 141 with 40 degrees of flaps. A bit more to the right. Feel like we're being pushed by the wind. Let's be careful with the speed. Let's be careful with the speed here. As you can see, it dropped a bit too low. Let's bring it back up. Check. Still a bit too high according to the glide slope. We're still in decent range.
Don't sink.
Okay, got a down sink. I think that's normal. I think we have a little hill just prior to the runway. We're fine, 800 feet per minute. Let's keep the speed a bit higher. Follow the pappies mainly.
Approaching minimum. Minimum.
Land.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Okay. A bit of a crab touchdown. Crab, not crap. Still we're within the limits, but a bit of a long touchdown, but nothing disastrous, that's for sure. Let's exit the runway. It's been a while since I've flown. Showed a little on this approach, but nothing catastrophic. Let's exit the runway. What I want to do now is turn on the APU. This can come off. This can come on. Can retract the flaps. Go. Spoilers. And taxi to our parking. I'm not quite sure where we will go for parking. But if we take a look at our touchdown at minus 181 feet per minute, which is perfect. So the APU is starting. And we'll take a gate over there, I think. So it's EasyJet territory here at Milano. I think we can still be allowed to just grab a little parking spot right there. So we'll make sure GSX is waiting for us. So parking spot 221, gate 221. Okay. Let's call GSX. Gate parking. Next page. Next page. 221. Nope. I guess that was not the right gate. Oops. What have I done? Oh. Well, okay. Ah. Well, I'm dumb. That was dumb. Well, you know what? We'll just stay like that. That was a kind of a fail, but I mean, what can we do? We can maybe do... Yes, let's do it properly. I'm sorry, first time in Milano, won't happen again. Will not happen again. Let's quickly do a U-turn. Well, this is quite unorthodox, but whatever. There we go. Come on. And stop. Okay, fantastic. Parking brakes. Please cut the engines. We will do that. The APU is on the bus. Let's cut the engines. Great. Well, guys, I think this is what concludes this pretty messy first flight. Yes, I parked a bit too far and SQ. Well, whatever. This is what concludes the first flight. I also forgot that and that and yeah. APU bleed. Do need the APU bleed. And yeah. Too far and SQ. Well, we'll still ask for deboarding. Engines are pretty cut, right? I don't know what they're asking for. Deboarding is requested, and our friends will be starting the deboarding while we just conclude and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed. It was not perfect, but it will get better. And yeah, so until next time, guys, have a great day. We'll be departing from Milano next time. If you have any suggestions of flights with Ryanair, that would be quite nice. I think I'll stay with Ryanair for now. I don't yet have the A320 from FS Lab, so we'll be staying with PMDG. So don't hesitate to leave your suggestions in the comment section below. That would be much appreciated. Also, subscribe, like the video, and see you next time. Bye bye.